this is crazy. Yeah. This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
He's still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Joe Rogan has reacted to Manny Pacquiao's latest training footage, and he's stunned. At 46 years old, Pacquiao still looks explosive. Rogan called it unbelievable, pointing out that despite nearing 50, Manny is still hitting hard, moving fast, and showing the kind of sharpness most fighters lose years earlier.
Incredible. He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
Rogan went even further, describing Pacquiao as a completely different kind of fighter. No trash talk, no hype, just pure performance. Even now, his discipline, humility, and work ethic stand out. At 46, he's still fast, still powerful, and still dangerous.
Right, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like Pat, even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different fucking dude.
Right.
Once he steps to that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just like,
don't say that. Yeah. Okay.
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Recent training clips back that up. In short footage, Pacquiao is seen firing rapid combinations on the pads with incredible timing. His footwork still looks elusive.
That once gave elite fighters serious trouble.
Movement that instantly reminds fans of his prime years. Rogan has long admired Pacquiao's career, especially his historic achievement of winning world titles in 8 different weight classes. It's something rarely seen in boxing history. He's even compared Pacquiao's legs to tanks, highlighting the strength and endurance that powered his relentless style.
This boxer, maybe in my generation, Manny Pacquiao. Man.
Oh yeah,
Destroyed.
Manny Pacquiao. He
fucking just
won world
destroyed.
titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love this school, and the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to him. It was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs, Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah, and the hand
crazy.
speed, the power,
speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight would have took place many years before then when it did.
Well, it also took place when Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight, and he just wanted that money, and just let's see what happens.
He's also reflected on what could have been. Rogan believes that if Pacquiao had faced Floyd Mayweather earlier in their primes, it would have broken the internet. For him, Pacquiao isn't just a great fighter. He's a global phenomenon whose impact goes far beyond boxing.
Great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was done before that ever started.
And he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight even started.
Analyst Ryan Campbell added another layer to the discussion, focusing on Pacquiao's return at 46. He pointed out the challenge of facing a younger champion like Mario Barrios, but also reminded fans that age doesn't always define outcomes in boxing. Just look at legends like George Foreman.
Division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC's going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those 2 dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this has been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion, Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Campbell noted that while Pacquiao is past his physical peak, his speed and footwork are still competitive. Even if his explosiveness has slightly declined, his experience and ring IQ could give him an edge over many fighters today. Still, the boxing world remains divided. Some believe he can still compete at a high level, while others point to his last fight years ago as a sign that time may have caught up.
Against Mario Barrios' fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was a one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anybody ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
There's also speculation that the fight with Barrios is just the beginning. A win could set up a massive showdown with Gervonta Davis. Some believe Barrios was chosen strategically, a manageable opponent to rebuild momentum before a blockbuster fight.
Basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
And that's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight. All right. He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year. So he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and could build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez.
But this comeback isn't just about money or hype. Pacquiao is chasing something meaningful, the WBC welterweight title. It's the same organization that gave him his first world championship, making this a full circle moment in his career.
Boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Despite the doubts, many still believe Pacquiao has what it takes to beat Barrios. His legacy includes victories over some of the greatest fighters in history, and that experience could once again make the difference.
Incredible stuff. I will bet that Manny Pacquiao will be the guy, and that's why he's one of the goats of the sport of boxing. No, probably the GOAT, arguably. All right? Manny Pacquiao could beat Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to, devalue Mario Barrios, but Manny Pacquiao is just a special fighter, special human being, a freak of nature. I do, and like I said at the beginning, if these guys could do it, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could do it. He lives a wholesome life. He lives a sober life. He doesn't party around and stuff like that unless he's with the wife. He's a family man. He's a God-fearing man. And look, just like George Foreman was a God-fearing man who was living a clean life and stuff like that.
On the other side, Barrios isn't taking anything lightly. His team is preparing as if they're facing Pacquiao in his prime. That level of respect shows just how dangerous Manny still is, even at this stage of his career.
They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao's fence, if that's a unification with Boots Ennis. That'll be up to them. But I do know one thing about Mario Barrios.
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, revealed that this fight was chosen with purpose. Winning the WBC belt again would bring Pacquiao's career full circle, ending where it all began.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer, and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28 in Japan. So, you don't really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Ben, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put a brace on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever many years ago was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight.
And what a career it's been. Pacquiao has won 12 major world titles and held championships across multiple divisions. He's the only boxer to win titles in 4 different decades, a level of longevity that's almost unheard of. After retiring in 2021 and even pursuing a presidential run-in,